Here's 2nd and 10. Mariota. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Mariota. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Rip right, rip right.
Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I some things up.
Check 52. Check the backer, check the backer. They're coming, they're coming.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40, Mike 40. I'm trying to collect.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
They'll try to run it with Jacobs, and he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. K.J. Hamler returning it. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
Mike 40,
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back.
Yeah, but they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We got 4.
They fake the handoff, now lock. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Let's go. 40's Mike.
Throwing now is Locke. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos.
Here we go.
Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
It's a jet sweep as they get this to Jackson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Stop your whining. 43 is the mic. Watch the run, watch the run.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. He finds his man complete. It's Jacobs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. Mariota to throw it. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. After one, a one-point game, 7-6.
Backer, 45. Mike, 45. 6-man.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. A first down and more for Jacobs. And down to the 19-yard line.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
45's the mic. 45.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second, Mariota. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown! Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot, and people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They look to throw. It's Locke. And that is incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
40's the mic. Squeeze.
Now Locke. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And it won't count for 6. He's brought down, but inside the 5, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception here, Mariota. Touchdown, Raiders! Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Sacked by Yakwe, the former Maryland Terp. The ball resting on their own 5 here as they come up to the line on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Mike 5, Mike 5. Get your swerve on. Watch twist. Safe.
In his end zone, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It got his man complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. High five, baby. High five. Let's go.
On 2nd and inches, Locke. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike.
Locke going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Check, 43. I got you, boy. I got you.
Play action now. Mariota rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
It's just me and you.
This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. Locke's throw taken in here by Patrick. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards, the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Defense, keep it up, guys. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 40's Mike.
Lock now to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Yo.
A final shot before half for Locke. Forced out to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw it is Locke. And this one is incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Mike 5. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patrick. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Delta. Switch.
Here's Bridgewater. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And this is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. McManus's point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Play fake. Mariota. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch QB drop.
Escaping the pressure right. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Hey, come on, no, come on, no. Five down. Mike's 40. Bandit.
Williams going to get it again on second down. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, Mike, 40. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 40's the mic. Squeeze. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. 5's the mic. 5's the mic. Coming to you. Coming to you. Mike 5. 5 down. 5 down. I got you. Delta. I got you, son. Check 26. Check 26. Mike 5. Mike 5. Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Bridgewater. Quick slant to Hamler. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and it'll be fourth down.
40's the mic. 40's the mic. You lost, son. Delta.
Here we go with Williams. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Second and goal from the 1.
42's the mic. I'm on. Delta. Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Check. Delta.
They'll try to run this one in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Javonte Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will tie our game here in the third. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Mariota on the move to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They go play action. Mariota. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Returning it, here's Hamler. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Here we go, see? All day, defense, all day.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Here we go, G.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Find out.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
I'm coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Check, 45's the mic. Come on.
Hey, check Mike 45.
Off the option, here's Jacobs. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Mike, 45.
That's what I do. 45's the mic. I got you.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. 2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Now Mariota. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Second down at 7.
Target. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Slam. Rush in.
Mariota steps away. And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
I got you.
Mariota. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Bridgewater to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
You're trash. Let's go. Hey, Mike. Delta. 40. Here we go.
Now Bridgewater. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'm going to hit you all.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Rabbit. Watch the edge.
All right, ball up. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike.
Set the tone, defense.
Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have two to possibly take this to overtime.
So now a big play here as the Broncos will line up to go for two.
Hey, no, switch the mic right here. We'll go mic 40, mic 40.
Here's Bridgewater. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from TCU, Trayvon Merrick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
It's a party now. Kill.
Here's Mariota. Sliding out of the pocket. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you, these division games never for the faint of heart, but they come through with a tight victory here on the road.
And you find yourself working harder in a game like this too, don't you?
Yeah,
because you got to stay with it, right? You got to stay with it. You got to stay locked in. It's our type of a game. And you just mentioned it. Division game on the road, tight, and they find a way to win it. Way to hunker down, as my old coach used to say, and find your way through.
So for Las Vegas, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles.